ఎందుకంటే నిజం తమాషా కాదు, ఈ దేశం వస్తే ఎవరికి లోరు తిరిగేది కాదనమాట ధరణిపతి అని చెప్పేదానికి. అందుకని ధరణిపతి వదిలేసి చౌదరి అని పెట్టుకున్నాను నేను. ఓలేటి ఏమో మా ఇంటి పేరు. అది మనిషి జీవితం చాలా విచిత్రం అంటారు. ఎందుకంటే విచిత్రం, నేను పుట్టింది ఒక చిన్న కుగ్రామం నేండ్రగుంట. పుట్టిన అది నేను 6 మంది పిల్లల్లో 5వ వాడిని. 5వ వాడి కదా, నాకు పుట్టినరోజు కూడా ఎవరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోలేదు. అది ఏదో ఎస్ఎల్సి సర్టిఫికెట్లో వేసిన డేట్ అది. ఎందుకంటే నేను చదువుకున్నప్పుడు చిన్న పాఠశాలకు అది వెళ్ళినట్టు గుర్తులేదు. ఒకేసారి హై స్కూల్కి తీసుకెళ్ళి మా నాన్నను క్లర్కు కొంచెం కుట్ర చేసి, ఎంత వయసు ఉండాలండి మీ అబ్బాయికి స్కూల్లో వచ్చేదానికంటే ఈ వయసు వేద్దామండి అన్నారు. ఆ వయసు బట్టి నాకు డేట్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్ వచ్చింది. అసలు నిజం డేట్ ఆఫ్ బర్తే లేదు. ఇంతంతా కారణం ఏంటంటే మా అమ్మ వేదవతమ్మ. ఆమె మేము పడుకునేటప్పుడు మాకందరికీ ఒక చాప, దిండు, దుప్పటి అన్ని పెట్టుకొని పడుకునేవాళ్ళం. తెల్లవారితో లేచేటప్పటికి ఒక్కొక్కరికి చాప ఉండదు, ఒక్కొక్కరికి దిండు ఉండదు, ఒక్కొక్కరికి దుప్పటి ఉండదు. ఏమంటే అది వేదవతమ్మ సత్రం అనేవాళ్ళు మా ఇల్లు. ఎందుకంటే అరుణ వాళ్ళ నాన్నగారికి కూడా బాగా తెలిసి ఈ సంగతి. మేము గొడవ, ఎందుకమ్మా మనకే తినేదానికి లేదంటే, నీకు తెలియదురా, ఇప్పుడు మీకు పెడితే మీకు ఎవరెవరు కావాల్సినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు పెడతారని. అది మా అమ్మ చెప్పింది. ఇప్పటికి కూడా నాకు చాలా గుర్తది. నేను గాలికి పెరిగాను, నిజంగానే గాలికి పెరిగాను. ఎందుకంటే మాకు భోజనం ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందో తెలియదు. స్కూల్కి నడిచి వెళ్ళేవాడిని. 14వ సంవత్సరం నాకు మొదటి జత చెప్పులు వచ్చినాయి. 14వ సంవత్సరం హై స్కూల్ ఎస్ఎల్సి చేరానప్పుడు. అందుకని చెప్పులు కొనిచ్చారు మా నాన్న. అది చెప్పుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు మా పిల్లలు అంటారు, వాట్ హెస్ దట్ గాట్ టు డూ విత్ ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ టీ ఇన్ చైనా అంటారు మరి కదా. అది వాళ్ళ సాంప్రదాయం, అది వాళ్ళ సంస్కృతి. అది మనం చేసిన తప్పు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినాము, ఒప్పో తప్పో తెలియదు, దేవుడే తర్వాత చెప్తాడు. వాళ్ళ అనుభవం బట్టి మనం చేర్చుకోవాలి, అది వచ్చింది ఒప్పో తప్పు అని. అది వేరే సంగతి అనుకోండి. గాలికి పెరిగాను అన్నది ఊరికే అన్నాను కాదు. గాలి పంచభూతంలో గాలి, వాయుదేవుడు, భీష్ముడు. సో మన వాళ్ళు పెద్దలు ఊరికే అనరు. గాలికి పెరిగాడంటే ఎంతో అర్థం ఉంది దాంట్లో. అలాగే పెరిగాను నేను. నాకు ఎప్పుడు అనిపిస్తుంది, మానవ యత్నం ఉండాలి. మానవ యత్నం లేనిదే దైవ కృప ఉండదు. మనం ఏం చేస్తాము, అయ్యో దైవ కృప లేదు అంటాం. మానవ యత్నం చేసి అప్పుడు దైవ కృప చూస్తే దేవుడు ఎప్పుడు మనల్ని వంచడు. అడగాల్సిందే కానీ దేవుడు ఎప్పుడు వంచడు. మనం ఎప్పుడు మేలు చేసినా అది మనకు 10 సార్లు తిరిగి వస్తుంది. సో నాకు ఇట్లాగే మా నాన్న హై స్కూల్ పాస్ అయ్యానంటే, అరే పోరా నువ్వేం పాస్ అయ్యారో అంటాడు. అప్పుడు హాల్ సర్టిఫికేట్ తీసుకెళ్ళి పేపర్ కలిపి చూపించి, చూడు నాన్న నెంబర్ ఇందులో ఉందంటే అప్పుడు ఆయనకు అర్థమైంది నిజంగానే వీడు పాస్ అయినాడు అని చెప్పి. సరే నేను అన్నాను, నాన్న బైపీసీ వద్దు, ఎంపీసీ తీసుకుంటాను, ఇంజనీర్ అవుతానంటే, హే మన ఇంట్లో ఆల్రెడీ ఇంజనీర్ ఉన్నారా, నువ్వు డాక్టర్ అవ్వాలి, బీపీసీ తీసుకో అన్నారు. చూడండి మన రాత ఎట్లుంటుందని. సో అప్పటి నుంచి అది జరిగిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు 1968లో ఈ దేశం వచ్చాను. ఎట్లొచ్చాను, $7.5 వచ్చాను ఇక్కడికి. $7.5 ఎందుకు వచ్చిందంటే, అప్పుడు ఎక్స్చేంజ్ రేట్ ప్రకారం ₹100 ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు, అది $7.5 అవుతుంది 1968లో. స్వయం కృతి, కొత్త సంస్కృతి. ఇక్కడ ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడతారు కానీ అది ఇంగ్లీష్ అమెరికన్. హాస్పిటల్లో రౌండ్స్ చేస్తా ఉంటే పేషెంట్ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఓజే అన్నాడు వాడు. ఏమిట్రా వీడు ఓజే అంటాడు, అర్థమైంది. నర్సుని అడిగా, ఏంటమ్మా వీడు ఓజే అంటున్నాడంటే, అది చూసి ఆరెంజ్ జ్యూస్ డాక్టర్ అనింది. సో ఆ పరిస్థితుల్లో వచ్చాను నేను ఎప్పుడు 1968లో. అది స్వయం కృషో దైవ కృపో. ఐ అచీవ్డ్ seriously what you call the American dream. We lived in a 7-bedroom house. It was 2-acre land. I had 4 garage full of 4 cars and a driveway that held 3 more cars. And people would ask me what the name of the street, and I said it's not a street, it's my driveway. That's how I used to live. that means everything was there. But what wasn't there was peace of mind. That's what we want, peace of mind, peace of mind. And what gave me peace of mind was going back to India and see what little I could do in India. Again, I just want to walk through just a few steps, the 10 minutes that they have given me, just impart some idea what happened, what would happen. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So, when I went back to India, my idea was, I don't know how it is now, 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs is what a medical seat you need to pay. But when I went to medical school, Indian government provided the whole thing. My brothers gave me 100 rupees every month because my dad was broke by that time. We sold all our lands, whatever my mom inherited, and my brothers supported me 100 rupees every month for boarding and lodging, and Indian government paid my whole tuition. That's how I became a physician. And I came here. So when I saw I could have whatever I want to have, but then there was this 1/6 of the population in the world that doesn't have anything they want to have, even basic necessities, food, clothing, and shelter, leave alone education. So I decided I should go back and see whatever I could do to the country. But my first few trips were very disastrous. Wherever I went, it was corporate circle. I'm a cardiac surgeon, very expensive person to maintain. But they maintained me, but they were getting richer from me rather than my services going to the poor. So that was the other disappointment, and that's probably the worst level of my life. And that's when I realized that maybe it's not good for me, I have to stay where I am. But then, whatever we want to call it, it's a pivotal point or a sentinel incident, whichever one to call it. And I fell in the path of Bhagwan Satya Sai Baba. Because, not for him. I had no idea who he is. I was born on, Puttaparthi is only 150 miles from Nendragunta. But what attracted me was that it's a free hospital that does free heart surgery. And I didn't believe it. Because free heart surgery is an oxymoron. It doesn't happen anywhere. I've gone around the world, seen cardiac centers all over the world. There's never ever a place where they do free heart surgery. This place, the only reason I can tell you 100% is free heart surgery or free anything is, the only department missing in that entire hospital is the cashier's department. There's no billing desk, there's no cashier's department. And unless you go and see, you won't believe it. You saw the picture of it. It looks like a temple. That's why we call it. We don't call it a hospital. We call it a temple of healing. So when I fell into his path, the best thing that has ever happened to me is what a one person can do. He's a one-man show. The dimensions of him, I mean, how you look at him is yours. It's like a mirror. You want to see what you have to see or what you want to see. Anyway, and that's when there was a purpose to my life. I stopped drinking. I stopped playing cards all Saturday night. I stopped eating meat. And I said I should do something valuable. And that was an avenue. And I had no idea who I was helping either, because I wouldn't know. Patient was on the table, I would go help and do surgery, whether it is from morning 6 to 9. Even if I don't see Swami that day, it didn't bother me either. But what eventually happened is, it's not the service I have done to him. That was only a pretense. What really happened is, he made a better person of me. He made a better person of me. And that's what that has helped me to do these things. You see, I don't know, the world is very different. You say East and West, we always say this, Paropakarartham idam shariram, all over there. But first time when I came to New York, what I saw there is, service is the rent you pay for living. So you don't have to be in India to realize that what you have to do is help your fellow mankind. That's the aim of your life. That's the aim of your life. And then there would be no poverty, there would be no social evils. Life would be a much, much better place. Help ever, hurt never. This is basically what it is. Of course, we have the 6 enemies we always fight against. Kama, Krodham, Lobham, Madham, Moham, Ascharya. They are there. But you have to control them. But this didn't come overnight to me. But what I realized, in one word I will tell you, what is then and what is now. I used to fight for much higher pay when I worked for a health maintenance organization. So one day I was driving out of the garage in my Mercedes-Benz. Of course, you are an Indian, you have to own a Mercedes-Benz, otherwise you're not recognized in the society here. So I was driving my Mercedes out, and the director stops by and says, "Chowdary, you're driving such a nice car, what are you always asking for more money for?" And I said, "So I can drive a nicer car." That was my reply. And today, if he asks me that, what do you need more money, I would automatically say I can do a little bit more project, a little bit more service. So you can tell that that's how the decision was in the mind, that was in the brain. So what you have to put in your mind is not what I want. We want everything. What we want to ask is, what do I need? Now if I want to buy something, I ask 3 times, do I really need it? I only want one car now, that's all. Because that's all I need to go from one place to the other. So, and you wouldn't believe this. You see, we always say this seriously, when you are progressing in life, take it from me, I will tell you this. The first thing you need is self-confidence. Then it leads to self-satisfaction. Then self-sacrifice. These 3 are very easy. All of us can achieve it. Just put your mind to it. But what we really need is self-realization. That's the last part of it. That's very difficult. We hope, pray, we will get it. So, but the question here is, you have to lose yourself. He's not saying anything. They wanted me to say whatever I could think of positive. In India, when I'm there, I take 3 idlis for breakfast, and they pack the same idlis for lunch for me because that's the easiest thing for me to eat between the cases. And at night time, I have one chapati or a pulka or something like that. Very happy there. Very happy there. But they're very difficult issues. You can't go outside the hospital. You cannot drive anywhere. You cannot breathe the air. You cannot drink the water. So the basic necessities are not there. So it hurts me. Here, you can go there anywhere you can drink water. 95% of the people in India don't have drinking water. 70% of them make $2 a day. With all honesty, whatever people here will think or not think, I really doesn't bother me. I'm telling you, the hope for India is NRIs. The hope for India is NRIs. I mean, I know Aruna, Ramchandra very well from my childhood. They're exceptions. Seriously, they're exceptions. This, when Bill Gates Sr. went there as part of the Gates Foundation, his comments were very critical. They gave 200. He said, we are very proud. We say, Bharat Bhumi, Tyaga Bhumi. He said he couldn't find any charity anywhere there. That was his only comment. He was interviewed on 60 Minutes. You can go back and see that. No charity. No, there's no charity in India. Today there's no charity in India. Everybody is for his own. That's out of my own experience, I'm telling you. But I still go there and help them because I feel that's my duty, my responsibility. I was born there. And I will do the same anywhere else I can. But all I'm requesting today is, yes, they have given a very, very beautiful presentation of mine, and it's glorifying, and a lot of it is true, even if I have to say so. But please think of this. The only hope India got is from NRIs. Whatever you can do it with sincerity. Don't do it expecting any pat on your back. That's the other most important thing. Nobody is going to come and pat you on your back. This is an exception. This is an exception. But that's one thing I said the same thing. Why you want at this stage of my sunset? I'm almost retiring, winding up things. But they said, no, sir, you can. I hope if I changed one heart today, I feel very happy. And I thank the organization very much for letting me share these words with you. But please do help. Do help. The country needs the help. And NRIs. We don't consider yourself as non-resident Indians or no return investment or not really Indians. They're all jokes. Take yourself very serious, very serious, very serious. And this is the time of need. What JFK said is not what country can do to you, what you can do to the country. Please remember that. Please. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.